It's your girl, that girl, Megan. Hope you guys are having an amazing summer.
UK Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming up next, the Trailblazers taking on the Heat. For the Portland Trailblazers, it's been a tough road for this team so far, but tonight they'll have the energy of the home crowd on their side, and they look to ride that to victory. Heat Blazers is next. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brett Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. So with Rose on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. We've got Wade. He's out there with Russell Westbrook. Great one out there with Bryant. And for Portland, Brogdon out there with Sharp. Then it's Walker. Then there's Ayton. And it's Grant in at the three. And Greg with back-to-back. That game's part of the schedule. How do teams feel getting into the latter part of that combo, like tonight?
Well, these games can be especially taxing mentally and physically. At this point, it's a war of attrition, and really, who can survive the night?
Here's the great one. Playing Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable. Yep, that one goes in there.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Sharp, the pass to Grant. Wade with the clock. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade.
Remains Portland ball.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Grant. It's hauled in by the Heat. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
Yeah, even when it comes to matchups where it looks like one side should be the clear favorite, those brief two-game series often end 1-1.
Grant, that's good.
Pretty good awareness there from Malcolm Brogdon, capable of spotting the open teammate on that side of the ball.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. And here's Bryant for 3. Good on the triple.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Ball's knocked loose. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Portland ball.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Ayton kicks to Walker. Pass to Brogdon. Now Ayton. Now here's Sharp. Wade is covering. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Brogdon from the arc.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. connects again from distance.
3
And
points.
all season long, he's been nothing but money from beyond the arc.
You're right. He's been nothing short of amazing for him as he edges closer to third most three-pointers in a single season. Tries it from 9. That one wide left.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And Brent, we know one guy who would have been valuable in any era. DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, with that
35.
size, he's got that old school draw back to the post, physical center type of physique, but he works mostly on the block and doesn't create a lot down there. Each year he's trying to add a little bit more to his repertoire.
Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down hard.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
Well, easy to be efficient on nights like that when everybody has things going. Let's see if they're still in the rhythm tonight.
The pass to the great. Here's the 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Knocked loose, stolen by Wade. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Sharp after the Heat pick up 2. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And finished off by Westbrook.
Assist goes
And
to
Wade demonstrates once again why he is still one of the best defenders in the game.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Brogdon against Westbrook. To end the cold streak, Westbrook with the block. Ayton. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Bryant gets a wide open look, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Well, Brent, with the Blazers, it seemed like they were ready to take the next step a few years back.
Yeah, and then it felt like things sort of shifted in the opposite direction, and trying to find out through injuries and defensive struggles, who is it that is going to help this team make that next step?
Here's Ayton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte. There's the steal. Kobe with it. Now defended by Grant. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And so it's Brogdon with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Knocks it loose. Westbrook with the steal. And another fast break chance here for the Heat. Here we go. Takes the 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
And here is Ayton following Russell Westbrook's 3. And Portland turns it over again.
Miami ball.
Looking now at some numbers for him. Miami controlling the game. Here's the great one. 10 points for him. And it's Wade penetrating. And then Wade slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now, here's Sharp. Wade is covering. It's stolen by Wade. Westbrook surveying the D. And the Heat, another three.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Here's Sharp. It's deflected. They recover it. And that one's good, Ayton. Here's the great one. He dishes it to Westbrook. He kicks it to Bryant. From outside the arc, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Poked away. Stolen by Westbrook. A solo fast break. Jacks up a 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Westbrook against Brogdon. Stolen by Westbrook. By himself. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Like rocket fuel there. So explosive. Westbrook's a one-man wrecking crew.
Now, here's Sharp. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Ayton, the pass to Brogdon. Tipped away. Westbrook with the steal. And here again, the Ayton transition up the court they go.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
The great one's gotten everything to go for him. 5 attempts, 5 makes. Knocked away. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at Miami. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there.
And, you know, for the Heat, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year. And they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
Here's the great one, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
The Trailblazers shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Brogdon kicks to Ayton. And here's Sharp. Hasn't made one yet.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And again, Miami with the triple.
Number 35.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Well, the anticipation for steals that Westbrook shows, I mean, maybe playing point guard paying off on the defensive end to help create that fast break.
Portland with the ball. Brogdon outside. And Portland turns it over again. Well, always interesting to check out the first-year stars of the NBA. And on that list are the rookies who have been almost automatic from the field this past month. Well, you look at the great one, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, the great one, he also shoots the ball so well. One of the best.
And both of them are just explosive scorers around the rim, able to get in close, and that's a key to getting high percentage shots.
And here is Brogdon following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant. They get a hand on it. Here's Ayton. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's the great one. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Now here's Walker. Defense is right there. Wade brings the double team. Sharp the pass to Walker. 6 to shoot. No good with the triple. Miami controlling the game. Pass to the great one. There's the triple. And again, Miami with the triple.
3 points.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
Walker the pass to Sharp. Wade outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
2 minutes remaining.
Locked in the pass to Sharp.
2 minutes.
Kobe comes with the double team. Lock at 6. To halt the run. 1:39 left in the first quarter. Wade finds Bryant. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
First
And when you
personal
foul Bryant, you really got to foul him, or else he's going to make it an and one.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best.
From the line.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Bryant, no good on that one. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Henderson. Westbrook with the block.
And Russell just bringing it right now on defense.
Passes to the great one. He takes it in and uses both hands to jam it in.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Poke loose, stolen by Wade. Fires the 3, and again, Miami with the triple.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Pass to Simons. To end the drought. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. There's 25 seconds left in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the great one. Oh!
Yeah.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. That's tipped. Now Simons. This one for 3.
Dwayne Wade, the best shot-blocking two-guard this game has ever seen, add another one to the total.
And so it's Miami with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. If you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Anderson and Simons, they have guard duties. Then it's Rob Williams. And it's Banton in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Henderson. Tight defense on him. Here's the great one. Takes it inside.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And oh, here we go. Rose, nobody back. The pass to the great one. From deep. And the Heat, another 3.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way, and then slammed in by Jordan.
You won't find a much more entertaining sight. I'd call that slam dunk contest level.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And with the big collisions we see in the paint, and Greg, there are some. Some have argued for changing the charge rule. Did you see that?
You know, there's talk of extending the restricted area. I've even heard some say ban charges by help defenders. I like the former idea. It seems less extreme.
Grant, he's checked in for Henderson. Simons against Rose. They need this. And it's T with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And Giannis gets it to go.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, right now I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Scoot Henderson spent 2 years with the G League Ignite team after graduating a year early from high school. He said, "It's my path. Since I was a kid, competing at the highest level in the world has been my main goal. Becoming the youngest professional American basketball player is just icing on the cake." Kevin, for him, it's all about ODD, overly determined to dominate. Back to you.
I love it. DA, thank you so much. For Miami, they have started out 0 of 1 from the line. This is their only other attempt early. Walker's checked in for the Trailblazers. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Anfernee Simons. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Banton. Still scoreless. Shot to stop the run. No good from Grant.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse. Yeah, just forcing the issue offensively. The great thing about Jordan, he does it while staying under control.
And here are the Trailblazers. In the second quarter, held scoreless. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 6 points for Jordan.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Jordan's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Brogdon the pass to Walker. Brogdon outside. And it's T with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And the Heat, another three.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
Number 43.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
And Brogdon has got the ball here for Portland. Williams kicks to Brogdon. And that one is hammered home.
And this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Greg, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message. He swipes the ball away again, and that's his 6th star.
Look at that.
And still with those active hands, Rose remains a threat to knock the ball loose.
Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Kings in Sacramento. And here we go. Jordan going to the hoop. And it's Jordan slamming it down.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. For Portland, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Driving in, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. For the Trailblazers, Ayton, he's checked in for Robert Williams. And it's Sharp in for Delano Banton. Now, here's Sharp. Nothing on the board. Clock is at 3. Got a piece of it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Miami ball.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
3 points.
The great one's got 12 now in this quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to. Oh, man. Oh, what a dime there from Giannis. Excellent sharing the basketball.
Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Brogdon with it. Now guarded by Jordan. And they'll keep possession. Launches a 3. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Here's Sharp. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Brogdon outside. Now, here's Sharp. He's covered by Rose. And it's Sharp missing. Miami's going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Brogdon outside. That's tipped. Here's Ayton. Jordan passes to the great one. Driving to the basket.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And Portland has possession. I've been looking around. It's stolen by Rose. And now Rose running the floor all by himself. And the Heat, another three.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Pass to Grant. To stop the drought, and that's good. Grant's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's a lot of hard work in the offseason for Jeremy Grant to become better at the mid-range, finding some footing there.
Wasted no time on that one.
3.
And that's 19 points for the great one.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Stolen by Rose. Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, reading the defense, knowing exactly what's needed at each moment. That's one of Jordan's unsung talents.
Jordan's gone a perfect 5 for 5 from the field. Poked away. Jordan with the steal. Outside Rose, beyond the arc, and the Heat, another three.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Good on the three-point shot. Giannis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Sharp, the pass to Brogdon. Driving inside. And Walker kicks to Ayton. Back to Walker. Passes it to Grant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can they get it? And it's T with the rebound. T's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The great one. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. And so it's Brogdon with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pass to Grant. Stripped away. One-on-one here. Here's T, and he jams it with authority.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
And the pass to Ayton. Grant outside. Launches it. That one, no good.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Here's the great one. He's covered by Ayton.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And great, don't you think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen?
So did the defense.
Yeah, that's right.
2 minutes remaining in the first
Well,
half.
he knows the defense was absolutely playing him soft, not respecting his abilities whatsoever, so he made them pay.
Basket good.
Brogdon going up with a purpose now here on the interior.
There's 1:47 left in the first half of the game. There's Rose with the three, and the Heat another three.
3 points.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Jordan with it, now guarded by Ayton. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Assist, Michael
Yeah, and this is
Jordan.
what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
And here's Sharp. No scoring in this one. Walker the pass to Sharp. Knocks it loose. Here's T. He's covered by Grant. 52 seconds left to play in the first half. Hits it from three-point range. That's 28 points for the great one.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
To end the run. And it's Sharp missing.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Sinks the triple.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Brogdon outside. To the inside. Here's Ayton. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Rose surveying the D. And again, Miami with the triple.
The fundamentals of Rose's shooting are so strong. Even tough defense can't throw the shot off.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close.
14.
Miami ahead, just dominating this one.
47.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. KD, you're running and gunning out there. How much fun is it when the offense is flowing like that?
Well, I think this team is very well disciplined, and they do all the details, and we just wanted to play harder, man. And I think we got some steals, got some fast break points, and we're playing together, everybody touching the ball. It's just fun when we playing like that, so we got to continue to do that.
KD, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game. Get it? Sub, superb. Oh, I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they played like starters.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
And one of the main reasons they're down right now is because of their rebounding problem. They're getting outworked, outclassed, not bringing the intensity, not willing to get their hands dirty. They're playing like wimps.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye, Kenny. Goodbye. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
Big round of applause for your Trailblazers youth dance team.
With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Rose has gotten everything to fall, shooting 6 for 6 tonight. So with Rose on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. We've got Hero, B out there with Butler. Then there's Dwayne Wade, and it's the Great One in at the center, locking down the middle. Brogdon finds Walker. From outside, off the mark.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
The Great One with the bucket.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Out to the right wing. Grant gets a wide-open look, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Shoots the three. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Now, here's Sharp. He's tightly guarded. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Drills it from outside.
Well, the defense was there, but Butler capable of connecting on shots like that, even when challenged.
Hero against Brogdon. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Brogdon's got his 2nd basket.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the 3rd.
To the left side wing. Here's Ware, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Brogdon against Hero. Grant with the ball. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Wade passes to Hero. For the 3. And the Heat, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Ayton. Here's Sharp. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And it's the Great One with the rebound. The Great One's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, there's a new era in Portland with number 3 pick Scoot Henderson viewed as the franchise player of the future. He says, I'm going to embrace it. I've got a lot of responsibility, but it just comes with the work ethic. I always fall back on getting in the gym. I'm determined to be the best version of myself. Kevin, back to you.
I love the fact, David, don't you, that he wants to be great. That was a terrific report. Thank you. Here's Sharp, still without a basket. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Wade against Walker. Passes it to Grant. 5 to shoot. Looking to end the run. That one falls. Grant's got 6.
Pretty sure Jeremy Grant knows his spots on the floor, so when he gets there, he'll exploit you.
At the beginning of his career, Grant was more of a role-playing forward. Those days, though, are long gone.
No question, he just about tripled his shot attempts per game, leading to more and more points, has even developed that 3-ball to become a multi-level scorer.
Brogdon against Hero. Down low. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Brogdon. 10 points for him.
He's a pretty high percentage shooter from there. Ayton's size and touch, it's a pretty tough combo to go against.
Pass to Ware. Outside Butler. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Butler's got 5 points now this quarter.
That is a tough 2 right there from Butler. Really his calling card. Rugged play and 100% effort.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. The pass to Sharp. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Ware, good. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Heat.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities.
Look at that.
Yes, sir.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's Sharp. Wade is covering.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And this team did something in halftime, going from a mild man half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Hero against Brogdon. Here's Ayton. Will it go? That shot misses. Great D that time from Hero. Here's Ware. And again, Miami with the triple.
3.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. And it's Wade with the jam.
And once Wade grabs the steal, he is off to the races. How about that aggressiveness for a mindset?
And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. And another fast break chance here for the Heat. Here we go. Outside Hero. And the Heat, another 3.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Brogdon against Hero. Brogdon the pass to Ayton. Kicks it to Walker. Just 5 on the clock. And it's denied. Here's the great one. He's covered by 8. And again for 3.
And his incredible shooting season continued.
Oh, up the history charts he climbs, GA. Now tied for 3rd all-time for threes in a season. Absolutely amazing. Now, here's Sharp. He's guarded closely.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
Here's the great one. Good! Another from 3.
The threes just don't stop with him. He's been a machine from beyond the arc ever since the start of the season.
He continues, doesn't he, to shoot his way up the history books and now sits solely by himself for 3rd most threes in a season. Sharp, the pass to Ayton. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Grant. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Pass to Ware. lets the three fly, and the Heat another three.
For three.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, here's Sharp. Wade is covering. Here he goes. On the wing, Walker fires from the corner. It's hauled in by the Heat. Wade's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And it's Wade with the jam.
Yeah, Wade is doing what he does best, finding the cup, playing with that relentless energy on the offensive end.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. In transition, here comes Miami for 3. The Great One with the bucket. The Great One's got 39.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
So it's Portland now. Brogdon outside. The dish to Grant. The 3. Here's Ayton, and it's blocked.
And watch how Hero uses a burst of speed to get ahead of the shot, managing to swat that away.
A three-pointer is right on target. Butler's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Miami. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Brogdon, and it's blocked. And again, Miami running the court in transition.
It's so fun when you make the right read on the break. And Hero did so there.
They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
Brogdon against Hero. Brogdon kicks to Walker. Miami grabs the miss.
No doubt the quarter just not going his way.
Okay.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. .121 left in the third quarter. Looking to get back on track here. Wade surveying the D. Here's the Great One. What a jam!
Wow. Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Ayton, and it's blocked.
But his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
Substitution on the court.
To Kamare. High arcing shot out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Ball. 30 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Passes it to Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
That's a little something special from Jimmy Butler. There's serious elevation.
.24 seconds left here in the third quarter. That's a 2 from Simons. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Knocked loose. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Ball violation. Jump ball.
And it's the Heat with the ball. And so it's Miami, able to put on a show for the ages. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be right back after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And it's Rose with the ball for Miami. They've got Robert Williams, and it's Banton in at the two-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Ware passes to the Great One. Goes up to the stripe, and the jumper is on the mark. The Great One's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Heat. Here's Banton, defended by Jordan. It's stolen by Rose. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. And here are the Blazers. Pass to Kamare. Rose with the double team. Henderson, no one around him. Off target from three-point range. Miami with the ball. The Great One passes to Ware. Fires from deep. And again, Miami with the triple.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Rose against Henderson. Pass to Banton. Over Rose. Banton's shot is off.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Back to Henderson. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And finished off by Rose.
Assist goes to
when Rose goes on the attack, he stays on the attack, fights his way through the contact.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Henderson, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Henderson's got his first points of the night.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Miami.
Here's the Great One. Here's the drive.
Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs. Portland has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Banton. He's defended by Jordan. The 3. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got 4 rebounds in this game. Jordan finds Rose. Here we are looking around the NBA. Greg, it feels like there's more parity amongst teams than ever before.
No dominant team has been the favorite every year, and that can all change, though, in a heartbeat. Every so often, a dynasty can be born out of nothing.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Henderson. Rebound by Rose. For Miami, they've gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. Takes a 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Here's Henderson. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. The great one with the bucket.
Love it when Rose looks to share the ball, especially when his teammates are open like that.
Henderson against Rose. Now here's Henderson. Not a lot of room. Right wing. 5 on the clock. Rose with the rebound. And here are the Heat. It's a 21-2 run, totally rolling here. The great one makes it off the glass. The great one's got 37.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Portland with the ball. Here's Banton, and stolen by Jordan. And here we go. Jordan going to the hoop. And the Heat, another 3.
And the beauty of Jordan's pull-up, he can do it running full speed or laterally in either direction.
Now the pass to Williams. Back to Henderson. To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Banton. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's T. Lets it go with a 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
3. Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Rose against Henderson with the drive. Rose with the block.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Here's Banton. And Greg, one of the finer points of the new collective bargaining agreement, players in the G League Ignite or overseas no longer automatically entering the NBA draft when they turn 19.
Yeah, it makes sense. You think about players in college, they choose when to enter the draft. So only right to give pros that same amount of time.
Henderson against Rose. They need this one. Henderson, no good.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Here's the great one. 6 to shoot. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Drops in the layup for 2. The great one's got 41.
43. They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Portland's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Poked loose. And stolen by Jordan. Pass to the great one. Good, he hits again.
Up and up he goes as he continues this sensational season, now closing in on second place in scoring.
And GA, with the way he has manhandled defenses all year long, you have to think he'll make a good run for it.
And to even come near Wilt's mark of 3,586 points from back in '63 speaks volumes for the season he's had.
Rose passes to the great one. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Oh, that's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
Remains Portland ball.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Sharp's checked in.
Sharp.
Greg, a lot more awareness in the league about the importance of mental health. Why is that so necessary?
I mean, Kevin, the level of stress now has really grown. These players are under this huge microscope that now often extends to their families. And this is such a highly competitive environment. It is far more than just a game.
They get a hand on it. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. T, the pass to Ware. Here's the great one. And he...
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Now here's Williams. He's guarded closely. Out to the right wing. Here's Benton. And just miss after miss right now.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Henderson against Rose. And they're running. And Rose throws it down.
I mean, look at Rose pushing it up the court, full speed, not giving anyone a chance to catch it.
Portland has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Outside Williams. Now, here's Sharp. And it's the great one with the rebound. The great one's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Three-pointer. He got it again. Sensational.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Now a timeout called by Portland. And statistically, more young players in the league today, Greg, than in decades past. Might be a reason the age limit wasn't lowered in this new CBA.
Yeah, I mean, the veterans saying, hey, we're already having a tough time sticking around. And I think having those guys helps on and off the court.
present our New Balance Player of the Game, the Great One.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Here's Henderson. Here's the Great One. He's guarded by Williams. Another one goes. Incredible.
And fellas, he is now second all-time for points in a season.
Truly a season for the ages.
And while Wilt Chamberlain still holds the number one.
Oh, that was huge.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Pass to Kamare. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's T. Traps in the tray. T's got 9 points in the quarter.
They haven't relied on him as much as usual, but when his number has been called, he shot well enough to help them earn the lead.
Henderson passes to Sharp. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Just 5 to shoot. Baseline J on the way. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Heat.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a...
Ouch. At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Henderson outside. And they get it back. Pass to Banton. And here's Sharp. Pass to Kamare. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Ayton, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's the Great One. He's covered by Ayton. The Great One. And the Heat, another 3.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Portland again missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Puts up a deep 3. Misses there. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Giannis, congratulations. How did your team come out on top tonight?
We just played hard and we played defense. That's the most important thing. So that's what we do. We play defense. We rebound the ball, we run. That's what we did tonight. We play defense.
And it led to a big win, man. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you for that, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.